Hello everyone. Today we're going to explore a vital element of professional writing, transition words. Mastering these verbal bridges is what separates a basic writer from a polished communicator. We'll dive into how we can make our ideas flow effortlessly. This isn't just about grammar. It's about elevating your entire communication style. Think of it as adding a professional sheen to your thoughts. Let's get started on making your writing truly seamless. Think of transition words as the bridges that connect separate islands of thought. Without them, your writing can feel choppy and disconnected. Their primary job is to show the relationship between your ideas, making it much easier for your reader to follow your logic without getting lost. These words guide your audience, ensuring they move with you from one point to the next. They are the invisible hand that smooths out your narrative. Now let's talk about how to use them effectively. A common mistake is using transitions just for the sake of it. You must ensure the word you choose accurately reflects the relationship you intend. You wouldn't use however if you're trying to show similarity, for instance. Also, remember that less is often more. Over-transitioning can make your writing look cluttered and actually distract from your core message. It's about strategic placement, not quantity. So how do we pick the right ones? Let's look at some specific categories. When you want to build on a point, words like furthermore or similarly are excellent choices. They signal to your reader that you're adding supporting information. On the flip side, if you're introducing a conflicting viewpoint, which is essential in professional debates, however, or on the other hand, are your go-to tools for a smooth contrast. These help you navigate complex arguments with clarity. But there are even more ways to connect your thoughts. Moving forward, we have transitions for time and logic. Subsequently sounds very professional when describing a sequence of events. If you're proving a result, therefore or consequently adds a layer of authority to your conclusion, making your arguments more persuasive. And when you need to provide evidence, for instance, or to illustrate helps ground your abstract ideas in reality. These words are crucial for building a compelling narrative. Now, let's consider how punctuation plays a role. Even the most perfectly chosen transition word loses its power if the punctuation around it is incorrect. We've talked about choosing the right words, but now let's ensure they're presented clearly. Always place a comma after an introductory transition word or phrase. This signals a pause and helps the reader process the information. When a transition word appears in the middle of a sentence, it often needs to be set off by commas, creating a brief interruption that emphasizes the connection. This attention to detail in punctuation ensures your transitions truly enhance clarity, rather than creating confusion. Now, let's see how these rules come together in a practical example. Now that we've covered the mechanics of punctuation, let's put it all into action with a simple example. You'll see how a small change can make a big difference in how your message is received. Consider the two sentences, I love Italian food. I don't like pizza. They're grammatically correct, but they sound a bit abrupt, don't they? By adding a transition word and the correct punctuation, we transform it into, I love Italian food. However, I don't like pizza. This version immediately clarifies the relationship between the two ideas, making the statement more sophisticated and easier to understand. It's about making your writing flow naturally. And this brings us to our final thoughts. So, what are the key takeaways from our discussion today? Remember, transition words are more than just connectors. They are the puzzle pieces that bring your entire narrative together, creating a cohesive and compelling message. They significantly improve the flow, style, and overall readability of your writing, transforming simple statements into professional prose. The more you intentionally practice using them, the more natural and persuasive your voice will become. It's about elevating your communication, one well-placed word at a time.